Hello guys, so today we are here to solve the weekly contest 436 first problem sort matrix by diagonals. In this problem we are given an n cross n square matrix, okay, and this matrix is called as grid, okay. It contains only integers, okay. It contains only integers. Now the problem is that we have to sort the elements, and we have to sort the elements on the diagonal. So this is one diagonal, this is another diagonal, and these two diagonals are on the top left, and these are, it is called as bottom right, bottom left. So this is top right and this is the bottom left. These three, the darker shaded, you know broken edges, it is bottom left, and these lighter shaded arrows, they are top right, okay. So we have to take the elements on these diagonals, and if it is on the bottom left, then we have to sort them in non-decreasing. Non-decreasing is same as, you know uh, non-increasing is same as, decreasing order, and non-decreasing is same as increasing order. So the top right has to be sorted in increasing order, and that bottom right has to be sorted in decreasing order. How can we do this? So first of all, we have to get hold of the, not get rid of the, get hold of the diagonals. What we should do to get hold of the diagonals? So to get hold of the diagonals, first of all, let's get the dimensions of the grid. And now you see here this diagonal, the first diagonal on the top right. So this diagonal, if you just take this cell, it is cell with the value row is equal to 0 and column is equal to 2. So the important thing to realize that for all diagonals, row minus column is a fixed value, okay. So we can express this as row minus column is equal to some particular d1, okay. Then also we can say that row or column is equal to row minus d1, okay. So this is one thing that we have to be sure of. So now let's try to solve this problem. In this problem, we'll start from this diagonal, go to this diagonal. So we'll gradually move to all the diagonals. How many diagonals are there? So this diagonal is, if the if n is the number of rows or number of columns, then this will be 0 minus number of columns. So 0 minus n will be 0 minus n minus 1 will be this. So this will be starting from for int d is equal to minus of n minus 1, d is less than equal to d is less than n, and then plus d. So these are the total range that a diagonal can, these are the total values that a diagonal can assume. Now each element on the diagonal will be storing it in a list, and this will be a list of integer. For convenience, we are taking it in a list. We could have taken it on an array also, but it will be involving a lot of other things. Okay, now we'll go through it row by row. So for int I is equal to 0, I less than n, because n rows are possible, plus I. So here I is denoting the rows. Now depending on the value of this j, so here we said j is equal to I minus d. This the third thing that we have given this. So now this is giving the value of j. Now if j is greater than equal to 0 and j is less than n, in that case what we will do, because these two, within this the grid's ij value will be lying, okay, ith row jth column, okay. So we will take this value and put it in the list dot add, so that we get hold of all the values in the particular diagonal. Now after we have these values, what we will do, that since d is, for this to top right, d will be less than 0, okay. So d will be less than 0, so it is saying if it is less than 0, then list should be, if it is less than 0, then you just sort it out. So to just sort it out, we can just call collection dot sort, okay, and then pass the list. Otherwise what we will do, that we have to sort it list dot sort, and then here we will pass collections dot reverse order, okay. In the reverse order we will sort it out. So after this what we will do, that we will populate the grid with the elements that are, that it got sorted. So again we'll have to go through the same loops, and since the loop that we used to get hold of the elements in the cell, we can, using the same loop structure, we can, populate back the grid. So again int j is equal to I minus d, and if j is greater than equal to 0 and j is less than n, then, so to get the hold of the elements of the list also we need to have one index is equal to 0. So now j, using I and j, we can get hold of the, the using I and j we can get hold of the particular cell, and using idx value we can get hold of the particular element in the list. So this way we will be populating back the list, and after this for loop is completed, we'll be returning back the grid. So this is the way to solve this problem. I hope you liked it, okay. So let me just run this, okay. Collections, not collection. Perfect. So please forgive, that was one mistake that I did. It's always collections dot sort. Now since it's accepting, now it's, we have submitted it. So if we used, instead of this list we could have used integer array, it would have been, even more faster, but this is one way to solve this. I felt it is easier, and that's why I am giving this. Only thing is that we need to realize, okay, the value of d will be from minus of n minus 1, okay, to minus of n minus 2 and minus of n minus 3 and so on till 1 2 up till n minus 1. So this is the range of variation that d is allowed to take. So we should be sure of this thing, that d can only take these values, So, and if you are able to the main diagonals will be having these values. So if we are, once this thing is clear to us, then other things are just matter of implementation, and which we can easily figure it out. So with this, thanking you, thanks a lot, happy coding, best wishes.